On August 29, 2007, the Fairview Park Fire Department responded to a house fire on West 220th. Inside, they found the body of 67-year-old Gwen Bewley lying among the charred ruins of her own kitchen. Here's the story.
My mom was only 67. She was very adventurous. She liked to golf. She was on a golfing league. She liked to skate every day. She was taking skating lessons, roller skating lessons. She was just very active. She loved to go dancing. She was very close with her only sister, Carol, our Aunt Carol. We just always had all the holidays together. My mom was just always trying to keep the family together. Had a lot of parties in the backyard.
Gwen was 67 years old, sort of a free spirit. She had 3 daughters. She was a mother, a grandmother, and a friend to a lot of people. And I know that she retired as a clerk from a drugstore.
She was working 3 jobs at one time just to make ends meet. Very independent. Got divorced from my dad when I was about 18. Neither of my parents ever remarried, but she dated, and nothing ever worked out to get remarried. But she just lived life to the fullest, and she just enjoyed herself. And she would have lived to be 100. She had more energy than 2 40-year-olds put together. She went parasailing, which I'd never do. But she was just beginning to enjoy retirement when her sister passed away on September 11th, 2006. We were still trying to get through our aunt's death. And I heard about my mom. She should still be here.
911, what's your emergency?
House fire.
Where at?
4319 West 220th Street. We're right across from the new school.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you to fire. Stay on the line, okay?
Okay.
On Wednesday, August 29, 2007, at 4:45 p.m., some construction workers working across the street from 4319 West 220th Street noticed smoke coming in from the roof area of the house. They called 911. I was on patrol in my police car. I got there in about 45 seconds. When I pulled up, I saw the smoke coming out of the top of the house. As I was approaching the house, a neighbor came next door and I said, "Is anybody inside?" He looked at the driveway, saw that the resident's car was in the drive, said, "My guide Gwen, I think she's in the house." Firefighters from Fairview Park and 6 other communities showed up and put the fire out. When the fire was extinguished, they discovered a body of a female in the kitchen of the house, who was later identified as the homeowner, Gwen Bewley. They determined that her death was a homicide by violent means. She left roller skating classes at about 1:40 in the afternoon. We know she made it home because she had a phone conversation with a friend about 2:05. What happened between 2:05 and the time that the fire was discovered, which was 4:45, we're not sure. We do believe that whoever is responsible was let in, that she was familiar with this person, that she let that person in the house. We found no evidence of a forced entry where the doors were broken in. So it's a good possibility that she was familiar with the person who killed her. The fire marshal's investigation showed that the fire was arson, and we believe it was set to conceal the crime or evidence of the crime. The fire was set approximately when a new school right across the street, Gillis Suite, was letting out. So we would think that there were some people in there that might have seen something or know something. Gwen was last seen alive about 1:40 that afternoon at a roller rink in Brook Park, Ohio. She had a phone conversation with a friend about, I think it was 2 o'clock, from her house. So if anybody would have any information, we would like some help in solving this case.
I didn't want to believe it. I was in shock. I tried to think that, was there a coffee pot or faulty wiring or something? Then later on I learned that there was no smoke in her lungs. It was considered a homicide, an arson, and we're left wondering who did this to her. There's been no suspects named. We just would like anyone to come forward with information that would help this case and help our family have some closure and justice for my mother.
In Fairview Park, we have a murder about once every 10 years, if that. We're really looking to solve this. It's not something that happens every day in our city, and we're doing everything we can to solve this.
Just any kind of information would be helpful. I just don't want to see this happen to anyone else. And I pray to God that there's some justice out there for my mother, and that whoever did this is punished to the fullest extent of the law.